Working out the change using subtraction. Well, it's simple. We just have to regroup. Okay, well, here's $12.75. John buys a magazine costing $12.75. He gives the clerk a $20 bill. So how much change does he get back? Well, just by looking at it, we're going to take the $12.75 away from the 20. But instead of adding up, we're going to take away. We're going to start off by writing the $20 down. Okay, 20.00. We're going to write the $12.75 underneath it. And now we're ready to regroup. Now, this kind of question is more difficult because you've got a lot of zeros there. You have to keep jumping over the columns until you get to something that's over 1. So can't take away the 5 away from the 0, so we go to the next column, still a 0. Go to the next column, still a 0. And finally we get to the 2, where we can take 1 away from the 2. Okay, so we take 1 away from the 2, and that's going to make that 2 a 1. But then we can use the 1, we're going to bring 1 over to the next column to make it a 10. Don't forget, we can only jump from column to column. So we're going to make this a 10 so that we can take 1 away from that. So make this a 10, take 1 away from it. And that's going to make that a 9. Okay. Then we're going to bring the 1 over to the next column, to the 10's column. And we're going to do the same thing. Take 1 away, make that a 9, and bring the 1 over. Simple. Okay? Now, my recommendation is not only to use squared paper as much as possible, but to rewrite the question out so that you don't get confused. So if you rewrite the question out already regrouped, whereas it's 1, 9, 9, and a 0, and the one that's been carried over, or one that's, there we go, that's 10. We write the $12.75 underneath. And so much easier just to take this away now. It's already regrouped, and all is good. Okay, so 5 away from 10 is 5. Simple. 7 away from 9, 9 take away 7 would be 2. 2 away from 9 is 7. And 1 away from 1 is 0. We don't even have to write the 0 in. So there's our change, $7.25. $sign. Don't forget the $sign when you're writing the answer. It doesn't really matter while you're working the question out, but for the answer you got to explain the unit. So it's $7.25. I would like to recap on this question. Just go over it. I mean, the most difficult part about this question is the regrouping. You know, going from column to column, because each column's got a 0 in. So I'm just going to go over that with you. Here's the question again. What do we do? What do we do to regroup? Well, the 5 doesn't go away from the 0, so typically we go to the next column. That's a 0, so we go over here, and it's still a 0. So we keep going over, still a 0, until we come to a column that's actually got a number of 1 or above. We have 2 here. So with this 2, we can take 1 away. So we take 1 away from this 2, we're going to get, well, 1, because we want to borrow 1, or we want to take 1. And we want to bring that 1 over to the hundreds column, and that's going to make that number a 10. Now that that's a 10, we can take 1 away from that. Some people say borrow, but we're not actually going to give it back. So we'll take 1 away from this 10 to make it a 9. we bring the 1 over to the tens column to make that a 10. And now we can take 1 away from this 10 to make it a 9. And that leaves us with a 0 at the end, and we've brought over a 1 to make it a 10. So how easy is that really? We have regrouped. We have regrouped so that the number of 1275 can easily be taken away. Now if you still don't understand it, have a look at the video again, or have a look at some other video that I've done, or you could always email me and I will make one especially for you. Just let me know what you don't get. Thank you for listening to my video. Have a wonderful day.